6, and I have a ton planned for us today, but I'm so excited about this sequence. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick us off here. So today we're gonna be thinking about and focusing on transitions. We're transitioning into spring. It's hard to believe because it's like only 40 degrees here in DC today, but transitioning into spring, and there's a lot of stuff that changes, a lot of growth that takes place this time of year. And so we're going to be focusing on transitions. We're going to move a ton today. We're going to be moving through something called an infinity sequence, which essentially means you get all the way around your mat. So we'll, at some points in class, be facing the back of our mat, but the way that you get to facing the back of your mat is not the same way that you'll get to facing the front of your mat. So there's going to be a lot of movement. It's not super aggressive or anything. You're not going to be holding a lunge for, 5 minutes. There's some breaks there, but it's such a fun sequence, and I'm really, really excited to share it with you guys. So we're going to start in child's pose today. So come to the back of your mat, big toes to touch, knees wide. Allow your chest to fall between your thighs and really reach fingertips up overhead. And take a moment, as we always do to start, to ground into your space. And maybe that means you rock your forehead side to side. Maybe it means you take a full body scan, acknowledging and releasing areas of tension that you feel as you move toes to fingers or fingers to toes. Maybe you close your eyes, or maybe you just focus on your breath, your inhales and exhales. I find that transitions is a theme for yoga classes pretty much the same, right? When we think about transitioning from pose to pose or transitioning from thing to thing in our real life, often we're focusing very specifically on getting from where we are to where we're trying to go. And we don't focus and stay present in everything that's happening between point A and point B, or the pose that you're in and the pose that you're going to. We just try and get there. But there is an incredible amount of growth that takes place in that in-between period. Take a deep breath in your child's pose. Open mouth, deep breath out. One more, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Option to continue to breathe this way. Or maybe on your next breath in, you seal your lips. Start to create a constriction in the back of your throat. Exhale through your nose, creating an oceanic or Darth Vader sound with your breath. This is your Ujjayi Pranayama, your victorious breath. You need the option to continue to breathe this way to build heat from within throughout practice. Of course, if you lose sight of this breath or you'd like to take a break, open mouth exhales or coming back to any seat or child's pose is a great option. It's here grounded in our space, so we'll set our intention for our practice today. If you brought one with you, person, place, idea, go ahead and call that to the center of your mind now. If not, I offer up my intention of focusing on the in-between, of being aware of all that takes place between point A and point B. We'll seal our intentions, whatever they are, with one united breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open mouth. Let go of any expectation you have for yourself for this practice. Deep breath in. Option to seal your lips. Deep breath out. On your own time, on your next breath in, find tabletop, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and breathe. Press actively into the tops of your shins and the tops of your feet, so much so you feel your low belly start to turn on. Maybe you start to feel your tailbone tuck under just slightly. Press the earth away with your palms, pull your shoulder blades apart. And then tuck your chin just slightly in towards your chest, feeling one long line from the base of your spine through your crown. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, raise your gaze, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, cat arch and round. Push the earth away. Pull shoulder blades apart. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, raise your gaze. Exhale, cat arch and round. Move through 3 full rounds, your own breath pace, and take what you need here. Maybe it's stretching through your wrists. Maybe it's circling through your spine. Maybe it's some more time in child's pose. No matter where we move today, this is your practice. I'm just here as a guide, so you can always take other options if those are calling to you. And after those 3 rounds, absolutely no rush. Find your still tabletop. Take an inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, hovering tabletop, lift your knees just 2 inches off of your space and breathe. So keep the low belly engagement. Pull belly button up and in, find that slight tuck to your tailbone. Grip the mat so much so your middle knuckle of your finger lifts off your space. Keep that slight tuck to your chin, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. And again, take what you need. Maybe a little bit of movement, bending through one knee and the other. Maybe on your inhales, you lift your heels. Exhales, you work to sink them back down to the earth, knowing that it is okay if your heels do not touch your space. Maybe you find a bend through your knees is what you need today. And really lean into that shape. And notice, have you lost sight of the consistency and depth of your breath? Can you pull your attention back? Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Take tiny baby steps forward. Feet are at least hip-width distance apart, maybe wider. Bring a generous bend to your knees. Connect belly with thighs. Maybe you grab for opposite elbow. Maybe you interlace fingers at the base of your spine or the nape of your neck. Again, working towards organic movements. Maybe a sway side to side, maybe stillness is what your body's calling for. Inhale, release fingers down to your mat. Exhale, toe heel your feet to touch, leaving a small bit of space between your heels. Tuck your chin to your chest, find a slight bend through your knees, and on the slowest inhale of class, start to rise, stacking one vertebra on top of the other. Head and neck are left to rise. Exhale, equal standing pose, palms frame your hips and face forward. Maybe you keep your eyes closed. Inhale, mountain pose, fingertips up to the sky, and breathe. Maybe you lift all 10 of your toes off of your space, feel grounded across the ball of your foot and your heel. Really press actively into the earth. And then maybe you spread your roots, lower your toes one at a time, feel even more grounded in your space. Pull quads up away from your kneecaps. Maybe spiral pinkies in towards one another, start to engage through your triceps, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hands through heart center. Maybe you keep the bend in your knees, allow head and neck to hang heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on your mat, shins or thighs, chest parallel-ish with the earth, and breathe. So your whole foot is grounded in your space, but like you're peering over the top edge of your mat, rock weight more into your toes. Keep a small bend through your knees, and then press actively into wherever your palms are grounded, feeling even more extension through your spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, high plank, plant your hands, step back to a high push-up position. Work to keep hips in line with shoulders here. Grip the mat with your fingertips, just like we did in tabletop. Inhale, shift onto your toes. Exhale, low plank and pause. Bend your elbows straight back behind you. Lower hips in line with chest. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip to the tops of your feet. Shine your chest through your arms. Legs are active here, knees are lifting off of your space. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your hips up and back. Simple Sun A. Today yogis will flow a few times. Your breath, your movement, my voice is just a guide. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float top of your space, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rest. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, your high to low option. Maybe you take this from your knees, maybe you skip it all together and hold high plank, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, deep breath out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float top of your space, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga danasana, high to low plank. Again, your option, your variation, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, deep breath out. Okay, yogis, we're gonna flow one more time. Your breath, your movement, I'm gonna set you up and then flow through on your own. Adding in, leaving out, taking whatever you need, being mindful of the transition. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float, top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You're on your own. Adding whatever your body needs. And maybe that means you find a child's pose. Many speak about opportunities. One door closes, the other opens. But rarely do we talk about the hallways, the transitions, the in-between where you are and where you are headed. That hallway does not have to spark confusion. It can be a space of massive transformation, of great memories and peace. When you're ready, palm meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your right heel high. Flex your foot towards the earth, spiral pinky toe down, engaging through your glute and the back of your right leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot in between your hands. Taking a moment here to set up, toe heeling your right foot forward, maybe shimmying forward and back, but aware that your feet are about hips width distance, right? So my left foot is not behind my right heel, but a little bit separate. Inhale, low crescent, drop to your back knee, shoulder stuck over hips, fingertips to the sky, and breathe. Now, option to untuck your back toes on this low side. Whatever feels better on your knee, you can also roll up your mat or place a blanket, pillow underneath your back knee. Allow this to be and take on more of a restorative stretch through your left hip flexor rather than a super active shape. Be cognizant of the pressure in your low back. Maybe that means leaning slightly forward or engaging through your core, working to find almost like a connection between your lowest floating rib and your top hip point. Engage through your left glute. Inhale, tuck your back toes under. Exhale, lifted pyramid, straighten through both legs, palms meet the mat. Right leg is straight-ish, and breathe. So this is a variation on traditional pyramid pose. If you'd prefer to take pyramid and that's in your practice, you're more than welcome to step your left foot in. For the purposes of our flow and transition, we'll work to keep our left heel stacked over the ball of your left foot. An option to place a block, pillow, stack of books underneath of each palm to bring the earth a little bit closer to you, or maybe just keep a deeper bend through your right knee. Inhales, feeling your crown extend closer to the earth. Exhales, allowing your chest to get a little bit closer to your right thigh. Inhale, high crescent, bend into your right lunge, right leg, shoulders stuck over hips, fingertips to the sky, and breathe. Option to find as deep of a back or a bend through your back knee as you need to feel a nice stretch, but nothing too intense. You also have the option to just come down onto your back knee if you'd prefer. Keeping that core engagement that we talked about in our low crescent. So either leaning forward or working to sort of find a little crunch through your low belly to protect your low back. Deep breath in. Exhale, 90-90 lunge. Sink all the way down, hovering back knee off the mat. We're just here for like 2 rounds of breath. Pull your palms to heart center. Squeeze your inner thighs together. You can do this. Deep breath in. Stay for your breath out. Inhale, star pose. Heels in, toes out. Take up a ton of space. Stretching up through your fingertips, maybe finding a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, warrior 2 towards the back of your space. So bend into your left leg. Back foot comes parallel-ish with what was the front edge of your mat. Arms come out to a T, gazes over your left middle finger. So again, working towards the stance that works for you. Maybe heel to heel, heel to arch. Maybe your back foot pivots in We're at a 45-degree angle to make room for your hips. My hips are not parallel with the long edge of my mat. That's okay. It's okay if yours aren't either, but work to parallel your chest. Gaze back behind you as your right arm in line with your left. Inhale, reverse warrior, left fingertips up to the sky, right fingertips down the back of your right leg, and breathe. Little to no weight in your right palm. Maybe you reach right fingertips for the half bind towards your left hip crease. Reaching up through your fingertips more than you crunch towards the back of your space. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge, windmill down, palms frame your left foot. And just like our low lunge on the other side, shimmy forward and back here, taking whatever movements are calling to you. Then inhale, find halfway lift. Step your right foot to meet your left. Parallel your chest with the earth. Exhale, forward fold. Release chest over thighs, maybe a bend through your knees. Inhale, mountain pose. We've been here before. Exhale, chair with airplane arms, palms, fingertips graze the earth as they go by. Sink back into your chair and breathe. And gaze down at your toes. Can you see all 10 in front of your knees? Either way, can you shift more weight into your heels, sliding shins further towards what was the front edge of your mat? What am I trying to say? Pinky fingers squeezing in towards one another. Ground into your right foot. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left knee lifts to hip height, fingertips overhead, and breathe. So set your gaze on an unmoving point. Unclench your right toes. But keep a small bend through your right knee here. Pressing actively into your right heel. Feel your right glute fire up. Deep breath in. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms, slow and controlled. Maybe you pass through airplane. Extend your left heel back behind you, left toes meet the mat. Chest is at a 45-degree angle over your front thigh. Palms again frame your hips, just like our chair plane. Now working to stack right knee over right ankle. Pull your right hip back in line with your left. And can you lift palms a little bit further away from your hips? Deep breath in. Stay, breath out. Inhale, start pose. Heels in, toes out. We've been here before. Just facing the other edge of our mat. Exhale, warrior two, back towards the front. Again, been here on this side before. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your left leg, left fingertips up to the sky, and breathe. Rather than shifting your hips right into your right hip crease, can you pull your left hip up and forward? Again, reaching up towards the sky more than you reach towards the back of the room. Deep breath in here. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank, back facing the top edge of our mats. Deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. We do that again, slowly on our other side. Inhale, raise your left heel high. Again, flexing your foot towards the earth. Spiral left inner planting towards the sky, deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge, find knee to nose, lightly step left foot in between your palms. Inhale, low crescent, drop to your back knee, shoulders stack over hips, fingertips to the sky, and breathe. Again, option to untuck your back toes. Maybe you bring palms to the top of your left thigh. Finding a restorative, a gentle stretch on your right hip flexor. Coming back to your breath. Inhale. Stay. Exhale. Inhale, tuck your back toes under. Exhale, lifted pyramid, straighten through both legs. Fingertips reach towards the earth. Chest folds over your left thigh and breathe. So again, working to stack right heel over the ball of our right foot. If you would like to take traditional pyramid, you're welcome to here. Can you pull and activate through the back of your right leg, pulling the space behind your right knee up towards the ceiling, finding as much of a bend through your left leg as you need. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, allowing yourself to fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, high crescent, bend into your left leg. Shoulders stack over hips, fingertips to the sky, and breathe. Again, option to find as deep of a bend as you need through your right leg. Can you stack left knee over left ankle, really engaging through your left glute, left outer hip, left hamstring. Gaze out at the horizon. Deep breath in. Exhale, 90-90 lunge. Bend your right knee to hover off of your space. Palms come to heart center. Maybe they continue to extend up towards the ceiling. Shaking is okay. Deep breath in. You got this. Deep breath out. Inhale, star pose. Heels in, toes out, take up a ton of space. Maybe shake out through your legs. Exhale, warrior two towards the back of your space, bending into your right leg. Gaze comes over your right fingertips. First time in warrior two on this side, so take a moment. Set up your stance. My left foot pivots in even more on this side than on the other. It's okay. Work to pull your right thigh up and open, really engaging through your right outer glute. Squeezing shoulder blades together behind your heart space. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right fingertips up to the sky and breathe. Can you keep the depth of the bend in your right knee? Can you unclench your right toes? Deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Fingertips frame your right foot. Again, maybe taking a moment, shimmying forward and back. Inhale, halfway lift. Left foot meets right, chest parallels-ish with the earth. Exhale, forward fold. We flow a bit. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. We've been here before. Ground into your left foot. Inhale, one-legged mountain, right leg rises, and breathe. So making those minor adjustments on this side, just like the other side. So unclenching through your standing toes, finding a small bend through your left leg. Then turn your attention to your right leg. Finding 3 90-degree angles, one at your hip, one at your knee, one at your foot. Noticing, am I pulling my right hip way up above my left? Can you lower right hip in line? Deep breath in. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms, slow and controlled. Maybe you pass through airplane, extending right toes back behind you, they meet the earth. Chest lifted over left thigh, palms frame your hips. So just like our lifted pyramid, can you keep that engagement through your right leg, really activating through the back line, pulling the back of your right knee up towards the sky. Here we go. Pulling left hip in line with right. Pull belly button up and in and off of your front thigh. Inhale, star pose. Heels in, toes out, take up space. Exhale, warrior two towards the front of the mat. We've been on this side before. Inhale, reverse triangle, send your right hip up and forward. Feel the extension across your right rib cage. Exhale, chaturanga. High to low plank. Option to skip, option to take it from your knees. Deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. We flow. Again, my voice is just a guide. Take whatever you need here. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. If I need to nose, step your right foot forward. Inhale, low crescent. Drop to your back knee. Keep your back toes tucked. Exhale, lifted pyramid. Straighten through both legs. Fingertips reach towards the earth. Inhale, high crescent. Bend into your front lunge. Fingertips to the sky. Exhale, 90-90 lunge. Lower down. Palms come to heart center. Inhale, star pose. Burst open. Take up space. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, feeling that side body stretch. Exhale, low lunge. Windmill down, fingertips frame, left foot. Inhale, halfway lift, step your right foot forward, chest is parallel with your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Ground into your right foot. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left knee rises. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. How slow can you move? What happens in this transition? Inhale, star pose. Heels in, toes out. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your space. Inhale, reverse triangle. Bump your left hip up and forward. Exhale, chaturanga. High to low plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. Inhale, raise your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot forward. Inhale, low crescent, drop to your back knee. Back toes are tucked. Exhale, lifted pyramid, straighten-ish through both legs. Inhale, high crescent, bend into your front lunge. Exhale, 90-90 lunge. Can you hover or tap right knee on your mat? Inhale, star pose, burst open. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your space. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, halfway lift, left foot meets right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain, right leg lifts. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms, being aware of all that is changing. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your space. Inhale, reverse triangle, right hip up and forward. Exhale, chaturanga. High to low plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, deep breath out. One more time around. Inhale, raise your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step it forward. Inhale, low crescent. Drop to your back knee. Back toes are tucked. Exhale, lifted pyramid. Inhale, high crescent. Can you stack right knee over right ankle? Exhale, 90-90 lunge. Maybe you tap left knee on your space. Inhale, star pose. Heels in, toes out. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe you keep the bend in your knees. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left knee rises. Exhale, crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga. High to low. Deep breath in, no matter where you are. Deep breath out. One more side. Inhale, raise your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, low crescent. Exhale, lifted pyramid. Inhale, high crescent. Fingertips to the sky. Exhale, 90-90 lunge. Burst open. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge, fingertips frame right foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain, right leg rises. Exhale, crescent, airplane arms. Inhale, star pose. Whoops, almost fell. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, chaturanga. High to low plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Such awesome work. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's all take child's pose. Hips to heels, palms reaching out in front of you. Maybe you find open mouth exhales if you haven't already. Inhale in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Open mouth. Inhale, find tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank. And breathe. A couple options here. You can stay in your high plank. You can come down to a forearm plank. Wherever you end up going, we're slowly going to start with our right foot. Right foot steps out on the inhale and back to meet your left on the exhale. Left foot goes out on the inhale, comes back on the exhale. Inhale to extend. Exhale back to center. Air positive falling out. Inhale outside. Exhale back to center. Keep breathing. Two more, both sides. Inhale. Exhale to center. Inhale. Exhale to center. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale. You got this. Deep breath in. Exhale. Find downward facing dog or child's pose. My AirPods keep falling out. Recover. Deep breath in. Open mouth. Deep breath out. One more. Inhale. Open mouth. Exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Come down to your knees. We're going to set up for crow pose. A couple of options. If you would prefer not to take crow pose, you can take child's pose. You can also come into a deep squat if you would prefer. Feet can be as wide as is comfortable. You can also sit on a block, might help the deep squat. For crow, place your palms on your space. I come from like a crouch kind of. Palms on your space, about shoulder width distance apart. Grip the mat just like we did in tabletop. Middle knuckle lifting off the mat. And then bend your elbows straight back behind you like chaturanga arms. Find connection, knee to elbow. Gaze far, far, far forward, so you go forward. Think about lifting hips up towards the sky. Think about pulling shoulder blades apart, finding a rounded spine. And then maybe play around, lifting up one toe, lifting up both toes. Continue to dig your fingertips into your space. Maybe you fall out, that's okay. Sometimes it can be helpful to put like a pillow or a blanket where your face might meet the mat. It can be helpful mentally. You can also play around with placing your feet on a block so you feel what it's like to pull your feet off the mat So feet will stay on the block, but you just sort of get the hang of lifting toes up. I feel like there are people doing it. It's hard for me to tell, but and once you've had enough, find a seat, roll all the way down onto your back. We're gonna find supine figure 4. If you'd prefer to take half pigeon, you're more than welcome to do so. For supine figure 4, soles of your feet meet the mat. Take your right ankle, cross it over left knee. You can stay here. Maybe gently push right knee forward. You can also lift your left knee. Reach around, grab the back of your left thigh, pick up the structure of your legs, keeping both feet flexed. You can also extend left foot up towards the ceiling, which will deepen the stretch a little bit in your right hip. I sometimes find too that I like to drop whole structure, in this case to the left.
If they ask about me, tell them I'm just taking my time. Tell them
Allow your breathing to slow.
I don't like what they find. And if they wonder what it is that keeps the spark in that shine, they're gonna wonder a long time.
Maybe you close your eyes.
Break me open, wanna breathe and be unbroken. I want it to take a while. I wanna be wild. I wanna be wild.
And slowly, if you're in the twist, come back to center. Allow left foot to meet the earth, then right. And let's switch out left ankle over right knee. Flex through both feet and work towards the same option you did on the other side.
Talk about me, they can say what they please, I guess.
Knowing that it's okay if you take a different option here.
Leave a scratch. And if they wonder what it is that keeps me hanging on, they're gonna wonder long after I'm gone.
If you do take the twist, try and keep those shoulder blades on your space.
Myself unravel every minute, every mile. I wanna be wild.
Sending breath, attention, and focus to your left outer hip. Maybe noticing now in the stillness as your mind begin to wander, and you gently bring your focus back to the four corners of your space.
If they wonder what it is that
Once you feel even side to side, allow right foot to drop to the mat, then left. Let's find happy baby. Reach for the insides, the outsides of your ankles, calves, thighs, whatever's accessible to you. Maybe you sway side to side, massage through your low back. Maybe a little extra hamstring love, extending one leg and then the other. Maybe eyes stay closed here. Inhale, pull your knees into your chest. And exhale, find legs up the wall. Maybe you scoot yourself up to a wall. Maybe you have a block you can place underneath of your sacrum. Maybe palms stay framing your hips. Maybe they reach up overhead, still grounded on the earth, just reaching in a different direction. Maybe coming back to your intention. How has it served you in this practice? How could you take it with you off the mat? You have the option to stay in legs up the wall if you would like. Or if you're ready to move into your Shavasana, slowly pull knees into your chest. Move yourself gently away from the wall. And find cosmic ball. Squeeze your forehead towards your knees. Squeeze your forearms into your shins. One more deep breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Release legs long. Release arms long beside you. Release control of your breath. Release the sound of my voice. Yogis. If Shavasana is continuing to call you, please stay. If breath work sounds like a good option for you, you can stay laying on your back, or maybe you meet me in an easy seat. Allow your eyes to stay closed. Picturing an orb of light at the tip of your nose. On your breath in, the orb of light lifts to your third eye. On your breath out, the light drifts back out to the tip of your nose. Move at your own pace. wherever you are, Shavasana or seated. Slowly allow your awareness to come back to your surroundings, to your body. Bring small movements into your fingers and your toes. Maybe if you're in Shavasana, you find fetal pose. But we'll all meet in an easy seat. Hands maybe at heart center or one layered on top of the other, in tune with your heartbeat. We'll end class just as we began here with one united breath. First, exhale all of the air out of your lungs. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Lift your heart into your palms. And take a little bit more at the top. Open mouth. Allow yourself to be surrounded with that energy. Inhale, pull your thumbs to third eye center, the space between your eyebrows. The teacher, the student, the light in me acknowledges and is so appreciative for the teacher, the student, the light in each one of you. And bow forward to honor each other in this practice. Thanks, y'all. I know that was a lot of stuff. If you have feedback